I'm struggling to find the right words to describe Money in the Bank 2018. Because on one hand, this show had a lot of good to great to amazing matches, action, moments. Then on the other hand, like a lot of things involving WWE, they made a lot of questionable decisions that made you go, what the hell? What was the point of everything you did before leading up to this? Why even do half the stuff you've done to get to this point if we were going to go with this decision right here? And if you read the title of the video, the subtitle is, "This review is going to piss a lot of people off." And the reason why I have that as the title, because I know a lot of people love this show. I'm pretty sure if you look at people's reviews, overall grades, and of course polls, it will probably be positive. It'll probably get highly positive reviews. 2 thumbs up. Because overall, this show was better than what I thought it was going to be. At the same time, though, I can't really say I would watch it again. And there's a lot of factors that go into that. And do not worry. Your boy, Deluxe Man, is here to tell you everything, to talk about it all. The results, my thoughts on the results, and where I think the WWE will go from here. If this is the first time you're watching your boy Deluxe Man, oh, you picked a great video to tune in to me. Not really, because I don't have any idea how good this is going to be. I'm actually in a very rare mood right now because I don't really know how to feel. I haven't figured out how to feel about this pay-per-view. Don't really know if I hate it or love it. Maybe if I talk about it and I get a general consensus of it, I'll have my final thoughts and my final conclusive feelings on the entire thing. But in the meantime, if you like what I have to say, please like the video, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't. As always, you can do a couple of things to help expand the brand of your boy, Deluxe Man. You can do you can like me on Facebook, of course. You can follow me on Twitter. You can buy yourself a Deluxe Man t-shirt at Pro Wrestling Tees. If you want to donate, you can use Super Chat, PayPal, or Patreon to really help a brother out, just like this guy's doing right now.
I heard Brock Lesnar won't be at SummerSlam BS.
You heard Brock Lesnar won't be at SummerSlam? Well, that'll be a waste of time. I seriously doubt he's going to no-show SummerSlam. Why would he not be there? It just makes no sense to me. After all this build-up, why would you no-show one of the biggest shows of the year? Yeah, I don't trust any report that says Brock Lesnar will not be there. I wouldn't, that's for sure. But yeah, let's get right into it. Oh wait, I forgot to give shout-outs to my fans in the live chat. Roll call. Who's here in the live chat? I can't forget about y'all. Who's here tonight in the live chat? We got Ajax25, Garrett. We got Phoenix Star. We got Tyler Marine, Mike Blue, Johan McDonald, Ty TV, Cubic, Julius Gataman. My Dad Beats Me. Oh my god, I hate that YouTube name. Let's see. Firestar Heart. Mike. I am not even going to try to pronounce that last name. I'll call you my guy. Zachary Hain. Oh, here they come. Charizard King 2002. James H. J Knox. J Knox actually made this cover right here. Braun Strowman. Anthony Ace. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. Deluxe Man's son. Apparently I have a son.
I was at the show. It was so fun to shit on Roman.
I bet it was. It looked like it was a blast just crapping on that match. EHP 2012, Sydney McGonigal, Goku Black, Cole Tran. Oh my goodness, it's going by really fast, guys. Gregory Gold. Terrence Davis. It's a big crowd tonight. Immortal Gods. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. And super chats are coming in like hotcakes.
Shinsuke Nakamura deserves better. I hope he leaves.
Shinsuke Nakamura, yeah. I have a lot to say about that, too. Again, that's one of those, it was good, but kind of scenarios. Guys, I might just have to sit through all of this. Might sit through all of these super chats today. Giving my fans the opportunity to say what they want to say.
Ronda Rousey is doing really good in the ring.
Yeah, I've always felt that wasn't an issue, though. You know, people saw that Ronda was an amazing athlete, and her performances inside the ring show that. At the same time, she still needs work in other aspects. But yeah, her in-ring performance, it's out of this world, without question. But again, we'll get more to that as we get into the review. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's talk about the pre-show real quick. We only had one match in the pre-show. That was the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. As soon as I saw it was on the pre-show, I immediately knew the Bludgeon Brothers were going to retain, and they did. So, Bludgeon Brothers defeated the Good Brothers, or the Club, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, and it was an average match. Not much else to say about it. So yeah, that was that. In terms of the main card, first off, Chicago, once again, just like NXT TakeOver last night, you guys were a great crowd tonight. You helped the show feel a lot more special than when it turned out to be. I feel like when you have crowds like this, it just makes your shows that much more entertaining. And to everyone who showed up there, there was a part of I think it was the pre-show. The crowd tried to do a CM Punk chant, and it got shut down with boos. Heavy boos. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Maybe it's the fans saying, hey, don't crap on the show yet. Give them a chance to actually entertain you. Or maybe that's Chicago actually expressing themselves and telling the world that they're not fans of CM Punk anymore because of him getting his butt kicked in UFC. I don't know how to take it. It could be either one of those. We'll have to see, but I thought that was interesting. Also, one more thing. On my preview, I mentioned there being a Raw Tag Team Championship match. Apparently, it was never on the card. So, maybe we'll be getting the Leader of Worlds taking on the B Team tomorrow night on Raw. I apologize. I was sitting there wondering, like, what happened to the Raw Tag Team titles? And it never appeared. And then it dawned upon me, maybe it was never on the card to begin with. So, again, I apologize for that. Regardless, the first match here at Money in the Bank was Daniel Bryan versus Big Cass. The second match in their rivalry here. I gotta say, it was a very good opener. I felt like this was better than their first match at Backlash, which was solid. It wasn't horrible. And I think when people look back on that match, they'll see the improvements Big Cass has made along the way. I think Big Cass is one of those talents that is still green, but he's making small improvements every single time we see him on the microphone, his presentation inside the ring. And in a year or so, he's going to be a completely different performer. I think of him as The Miz and... Oh, Super Chat. I'll do this all night, guys. I love these Super Chats.
James Ellsworth, wow, SmackDown is ruined.
Wow, you don't like James Ellsworth? Come on, man. We got an inspiration back on SmackDown. Just like this song. This song is the inspiration. Everybody say it with me. Oh, Lord. I love that part. All my life. Come on. Oh, Lord.
Fans were not happy with Asuka losing. But Paige will do either a cage or submission match or 4-way at Extreme Rules. And AJ and Shinsuke was great.
Fans are not happy with Asuka losing. Okay. Again, I feel like that just falls into the same category of there are some things I like, but then there are other things I didn't. And again, I'll break all that down when I get into it. Let me get past Bryan and Big Cass first. But yeah, Big Cass is somebody that I see being something big down the line. Remember The Miz when he first came in? He sucked. He was terrible. It took him at least a decade to get to where he is now. So, I think we should give Big Cass that luxury as well. I think over time, we'll see him improve and really become a legit player for the company. Not just another big man that's just there to get heat and be big. So, good match. Really good match. I thought both of them looked good. I thought there were a lot of cool spots. I thought Bryan opening the show was actually a good decision because it got the crowd into a good mood. It got them hot. And it carried on throughout the rest of the show. So, yeah. Lots of positive things to say about this. Damn, Bryan. Ric Flair coined the phrase of being able to have a 5-star match with a broomstick. I think that's Bryan. I think Bryan could have a good match with anybody. Literally. Anybody. Put him in the ring with Hornswoggle. Great Khali. Okay, that might be a little much. But maybe he could have a good match with anybody. And I think that's just really, really cool to see. Alright, so the second match on tonight's card was the Bobby Lashley versus Sami Zayn match. And screw this feud. This was so bad. Everything about Bobby Lashley and Sami Zayn is embarrassing. This feud has done nothing but kill the credibility of both men. It's killed both of them. Everything. From Bobby Lashley's sisters to that obstacle course to this match. Like, first off, I don't understand how we went from badass Bobby Lashley coming in looking swole, looking like he's about to kill people, to, hi, I'm Bobby Lashley, I'm smiling. Like, what is this? What's with the smiling? And I don't know what was my problem. Thinking, hey, the build was horrible. Maybe the match will be good. I actually had hope that the match would deliver. What was wrong with me? Super chat. Let me get my notes out while this super chat reads with it was
Do you think Daniel Bryan will be all in?
Do I think Daniel Bryan is going to be at the pay-per-view all in? Isn't he still with WWE though? Look, I'm not going to assume anything until I know he's not signed. Or he's not signing with WWE. Again, I'll go all day with this. I'm not going to say anything. The super chats deserve to have all the time.
Is Cole still alive after tonight? Holy.
Is KO still alive after tonight? I have no idea. I have no idea. He might be dead after that spot he took. It was crazy. All day, every day, guys. Keep them coming. It's Jacob Tyler. Oh, $5. Well, $4.99. $5.
CM Punk was at NXT TakeOver. It probably doesn't mean anything after everything that's happened, but if he does come back, what would you want him to do?
CM Punk was at TakeOver? I didn't hear anything about that. If he does come back, what would I want him to do? I don't want him to come back to WWE. I want him to come back to wrestling, absolutely, just not WWE, because I don't think they would treat him right. But if he did, I have no idea. I don't really trust the creative team to do anything with him right now, because I don't trust them to use anybody right, because they've used Bobby Lashley and Sami Zayn so poorly. Getting back to this match was so underwhelming. It was so boring. And then they ended with a freaking suplex. Granted, it was a stalling suplex from Bobby Lashley. This is like his second one. He did 2 of them in a row, and he pinned Sami Zayn. But he pinned him with a suplex. The very definition of a squash match. All that hype. All of that story time. All of the torture you put us through to get a match that ends with a suplex. Horrible. Horrible. This might go down as the worst feud of 2018. By the end of it, it was horrible. Yeah, I got nothing else to say about this. This is bad. This was absolutely garbage. Moving on. Bobby Lashley wins. Let's end this feud. For the sake of both men and our sanity, let's end this feud. Next up is the IC Championship. Elias came out doing his concert and called Chicago scumbags, and they chanted, "We are scumbags" at him. I'm telling you, Elias, you're not going to get the crowd to hate you. Elias is too entertaining to be a heel. Nobody wants to hate this guy. We'll boo him because he's supposed to be booed, but nobody really wants to hate him. I don't want to hate Elias. Elias is cool. Just like Seth Rollins. The match itself, though. I know both men were trying. There was a spot in the match, actually, where Elias did a cool elbow drop.
Bobby Lashley equals Apollo Crews.
Oh, I don't think it's that bad yet, buddy. I don't think Apollo Crews and Bobby Lashley are there yet. But we're getting close to it. That's for sure. Not there yet. We're getting close to it. Again, all day, every day.
I guess the pic was fake, but thanks for answering.
Oh, no problem, man. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like getting back to the Rollins and Elias match. I can tell both men worked their tails off. I can tell they tried to have a really good match. And there was a really nice spot where Elias had like this fury of offense. Rollins did a dive to the outside. Missed Elias. Elias threw him into the steel steps up against the barricade. And then threw him in the ring. Follows that up with an elbow drop. And it happened in like 10 seconds. It was awesome. And I went, whoa, where was this? Where was this, Elias? I love this. But other than that, their chemistry wasn't clicking. I don't think these two worked very well at all. And the ending was very weird, too. We had Seth Rollins beat Elias using a heel move. He pulled his tights. He had to cheat. He had to cheat to beat Elias. What? You know, it's one of those things where it's like, he cheated. Heels do that. That's not what Rollins would do. It completely goes against what he stands for. So, no. I don't like the fact that he cheated to beat Elias. It really taints who the hell Seth Rollins is. A man of honor. A man of honor. Ring of honor. But a man who does things the right way. And wasn't he supposed to be getting away from who he was in the Authority? Isn't this regressing his character? See, this is not me nitpicking. I'm just pointing it out there. It took the booking of Seth Rollins, who is this man that's all about winning and doing things the right way. And then here's a moment where I feel like his character took a step back and he cheated to keep the championship, which is something he would have done in the Authority. So, no, I didn't like this match for what it did. It was still a good effort from both men, so I'll say it was a decent match, but in terms of the string of matches Rollins has had since he became IC champion, since he had that gauntlet match performance, this is his weakest so far. So far. He might have a weaker match. If they do a rematch, I hope it's better than this one. But yeah, I didn't really care all that much for this match. That's just my opinion. Let's see here. So I think next was the women's Money in the Bank match. Yes, it was. Okay, so Super Chat. I'll go ahead and let that one run.
Foreshadowing a Seth Rollins heel turn.
Why? Why is Seth Rollins heel turn when he's the hottest babyface you have on Raw? That would be the dumbest thing they did. If they bring him to a point where he's getting his championship victories using dirty tactics just to turn him heel, that would be the dumbest thing they've done since, I don't know, since Hornswoggle was revealed to be the anonymous GM. Why would you do that? Fans love Seth Rollins. Don't turn him heel. There's no reason to turn him heel. That's so dumb to me. Not saying that you're dumb for asking the question or giving the super chat. Thank you. I'm just thinking that logic makes no sense to me at all. But anyways, women's Money in the Bank. Ember Moon, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch, Natalya, Lana, Naomi, and Sasha Banks. So my prediction was Becky Lynch winning. Everyone else's prediction was Natalya winning. And everyone thought that Natalya was going to cash in on the women's championship match later on. And I was going on the whole idea of Becky Lynch gets the briefcase and she holds it and cashes it in the right way. Well, nobody was right. Well, the people predicting Natalya was partially right. But in terms of who won the match, nobody was right. And the person who won it is one of those things where you go, why didn't I predict this? Why didn't I see this coming? Oh, wow. $10.
I really wanted Baylor to win the MITB, but the story between him and Braun has been decent.
Balor. I really wanted Balor to win the Money in the Bank, but the story between him and Braun has been decent. He was my prediction too. So, we'll get to that when I talk about the man. But yeah, I wanted Becky to win. The one who won again was someone I should have predicted would win, but I didn't think they would go with her. The match itself was great. Lots of crazy spots. Easily the best women's wrestling match all year. All year, in terms of the main roster. For me, I feel like all 8 women went in there and just delivered. Now, there were some clunky spots. It wasn't perfect. There were a lot of spots in there that could have gone a little bit more smoother or could have been a lot more impactful. But the way it was laid out, the way it was structured, and the women just giving it their all, I thought it was a great match. And I thought the way it played out, I have no issues. No issues whatsoever saying this is easily the best women's match on WWE's main roster in 2018. Easily. The winner of it, though, was Alexa Bliss. So Alexa Bliss becomes Mrs. Money in the Bank. And I'll be real with you. When she won it, I was like, huh? You know, it was one of those, of all people, Alexa Bliss? Didn't we just get done with her being women's champion and we're going to set her up to be women's champion again? You know, it really was one of those things where I feel like we took, even though it was a very small step forward, it was a step forward with Nia Jax. Alexa Bliss had her long run, and then Nia Jax won it, and we were going to go somewhere with her.
Brock Lesnar needs to vacate the belt. This is dumb.
Brock Lesnar needs to vacate the belt. This is dumb. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to add to that. I was gonna actually make a point with that, but yeah, eventually he's gonna drop the belt. He has to. Oh Lord, I love this song, y'all. I really do. Oh Lord.
If this Bokong team would exist in the 80s, Hulk Hogan versus Randy Savage in a food fight at WrestleMania.
If this booking team exists in the 80s, that would be our match. Yeah, actually, the funny thing is, I think the booking team would actually book that match. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about giving the briefcase back to Alexa Bliss. We did all that stuff with Nia Jax, and as horribly how about this? As clunky as the booking was for the Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss feud, it was effective at making Nia Jax the women's champion. And now what I felt like we've done with Alexa Bliss winning the briefcase and doing what we know she did later on, we just unraveled it all. But I'll get more into that when I get to the women's championship match. But yeah, absolutely. Great match. Easily the best women's match on the main roster this year. Will it be the best one at the end of the year? Probably not, but we'll see. We will definitely see. Moving on. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. We're gonna talk about this match. We're gonna talk about that Roman Reigns and that Jinder Mahal. Roman Reigns versus Jinder Mahal. WWE. I don't know what else you need. I don't know what else we have to do. I don't know what else needs to happen to make you realize that no one wants to see Roman Reigns. I don't know what else we need to do. So, as you guys expected, Chicago crapped all over this match. And at least for me, if they would have opened the show with this, it could have at least gotten a certain kind of reaction that would have benefited both men. Let me just let the super chat run it and I'll explain.
Alexa's fourth reign will be your shortest.
I mean, if it ends where we think it's going to end, absolutely. We'll have to see about that. But, yeah, let's just talk about this real quick. All night, baby. Say it with me. Oh, Lord. I love it. All my life. Oh, Lord.
Alexa Bliss was the last person who should have won. She just had the belt. I'm tired of this company screwing over my homegirl Becky Lynch. Bullshit.
Isaiah Webb. I feel you, man. I feel you, man. Y'all can hear my family, by the way? Sorry about that. I don't know what else I can do.
Calling it now. Alexa versus Nia versus Ronda next month.
So, triple threat. I don't know how I feel about that. But, yeah, I just kind of feel like when it comes to Roman Reigns and Jinder Mahal. Let me just read to you the chants. All the chants that Chicago did during this match. We had CM Punk chants. We had boring chants. NXT chants. Rusev Day chants. This is awful chants. Johnny Wrestling. Asshole. Let's go Cena. Cena sucks. More CM Punk chants. Delete, delete, delete. Let's go beach ball. They pulled out beach balls during this actual match. And you know what? Instead of what they did at NXT TakeOver, how some people tried to pull out beach balls during the women's match and they shut them down, right? Which was awesome. They actually got upset when the beach ball was shut down because they didn't want to see this match. That's how Chicago is. Call that hypocritical all you want, but quite frankly, this match deserved it. This match deserved beach balls. Why would you have this match be on and expect people to want to get behind it? This was a dumb decision. Yeah, oh Lord, I agree. I got more chance to talk about, don't worry. I'm just letting this super chat run.
We had fun during Reigns and Kinder match. Hashtag Beach Ball Mania for a minute and did the wave.
We had fun during Reigns and Jinder's match. Hashtag Beach Ball Mania for a minute and we did the wave. And yeah, that was also what I was going to talk about. So, continuing, we had a full-blown crowd wave, which was fantastic. Like, you can literally see it during the match. They were showing this match no kind of love. And we had This Match Sucks. In this match, Y2J, Velveteen, all kind of chants. All kind of chants. And then at the end of it, Roman Reigns won, and the crowd completely crapped on it and booed it. And this guy is your main event. This guy is the guy. This guy is possibly going to main event SummerSlam with Brock Lesnar again in front of Brooklyn. Look. Chicago might be the smart crowd, or the crowd that is hard to please. That might be the number one crowd hardest to please. If you please them, you know they're good. You think Brooklyn's eating better? Brooklyn, to me, is just as smarky, or just as smart as Chicago, if not worse. Brooklyn will show no mercy to Reigns and Lesnar if you do it again, and you know they're not. So, we're going to go from Mahal and Reigns to Reigns and Lesnar. And you expect things to be different?
It was Chantamania during that match. WWE dumb.
Yeah, it really was. It really was Chantamania. This match was horrible. This was embarrassing. WWE should be ashamed of themselves. You should be ashamed of yourselves. And based off of who won Mr. Money in the Bank, I can already tell you what's getting ready to happen at SummerSlam. Like it's gonna make anything better. It's so painfully obvious what they want to do. And we see it coming, and I'm just sitting here going, why? What the hell are we doing, man? What the hell are we doing with Reigns? What the hell are we doing with our shows? But anyways, moving on. That match sucked. You knew it was going to be bad. When you have a match with two people no one wants to see, it doesn't matter how hard they try. The crowd wanted it to suck, and so therefore it sucked. The crowd wasn't having it. Nobody wanted this match. And for anybody defending this, pause for 2 seconds. Because I saw Charles Robinson on Twitter defending this match, calling it an amazing match. Stop! Like seriously, stop. You want to sit there and enjoy the match? Go for it. No one's telling you not to enjoy anything involving Roman Reigns. You want to call it a great match? Go for it. Stop trying to convince people that this is good. Because it's not. You can be corporate. You can sit there behind your laptops, your comfy chairs, and your comfy homes where you make millions and billions because, hey, WWE's going to make $2.35 billion anyways, right? Fine. You have that luxury. Don't come over here and don't get on social media and try to tell us when something is good. We have minds of our own. And if we want to crap on something because you are unable to make us care or invest into something that just doesn't work, that's not on us. That's on you. We've been telling you for years your booking of Roman Reigns has sucked. And now you're seeing the full brunt of it. This man can't get love no matter where, what country, what city, what place he is. And that's on you. You did that. All these corporate shills, I'm so sick of it. Shut the hell up. Moving on. Women's Championship. SmackDown Women's Championship. Carmella versus Asuka. The match itself was average. Carmella might be great on the microphone, and she might have gotten better with the presentation of her character. Her matches, though, have not improved. And Asuka really tried to make this work. There were a couple of cool moments in there, but most of all, it was kind of bland. Until the ending. This is how you this is how you end the match. So, Carmella's in the ground. Asuka's celebrating. She's about to put the pounding on her.
Universal title, more like part-timer championship.
Okay. Honestly, at this point, it is. I don't give a rat's ass about that Universal Championship. It looks bad anyways. Does anybody really care? Because I don't. I do care about this song, though. I'll listen to this all day, every day. Here we go. Oh, Lord. Phil Collins. It feels good, man. You can't go wrong with Phil Collins. Oh, Lord.
I think WWE does the Roman baths at this point just to get under people's skin to make fun of people.
Yeah, at this point, the Roman BS is just there to troll us. It really has to be. Ain't nobody else enjoying this but them.
I don't get why Asuka looked so scared by James.
Again, I'll get into that in just a second because I just started talking about this. But it's a great example of what this pay-per-view represents. Let me get this on my super chat real quick.
Vince won't stop till he gets what he wants.
Yeah, he really won't. But anyways, the ending of the match, we see James Ellsworth pop up on the ring apron in an Asuka mask. The crowd lost their minds. Ellsworth is back with Carmella. Asuka gets scared out of her mind. And then Carmella kicks her in the face and pins her 1, 2, 3. So Carmella now has a victory over Charlotte and Asuka. Thanks to James Ellsworth. So, from a storyline standpoint, I like it because everything's come full circle. Since 2016, we've seen Carmella paired up with James Ellsworth. Well, 2017, 2016-ish. 2017. We've seen this pairing. And we've seen them progress. From her being Mrs. Money in the Bank to her cashing in. To Ellsworth leaving, being fired, and then being brought back. But we've seen the progression of Carmella from this damsel who needed the help of a man to get what she needed to still being that, but she took a different route, the cheap route, the heelish route to the top. And to see her standing at the top of her division with James Ellsworth, you know, it just brings it full circle. It really does solidify everything she's done up to this point. It really does. It really does show what long-term booking can do for a character. And I feel like this was good. In terms of what it did for Carmella, this is the best match that she could have had. However, flipping that coin over, this was a horrible match for Asuka. I think it really, really brought home the idea that Asuka really, really was just not meant for the main roster. Let me just say it like this. I already feared that when Asuka lost, that she was going to be directionless, that things were going to be rough for her. And we're seeing that happen now. And I'm becoming a lot more worried about what her future holds. Because right now, you really can't say that she's in a good position. Like, where do you go from this? So this is her third loss on the main roster, and the way she lost this match was... Let me just read this super chat real quick.
Carmella is a diva playing wrestler, story-wise.
Yeah, she definitely is. And I think that's what really adds to her character. She's a diva, pretending to be a wrestler, but it's done right. She's not being presented as a legit wrestler. She is being presented as a diva. And I do like that. I do like that you brought that up. Good point. But yeah, it really does hurt to see what they've done with Asuka. And I'm scared that going forward, we don't have a direction for her. I don't know what they're going to do with her going forward, honestly. I would like to say they're going to turn her heel, and then she'll get the championship that way. But I don't know. I really can't say. I guess the next best thing for her is a heel turn. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. Asuka. Asuka didn't look good in this match. At all. So, moving on. Last man standing. WWE Championship. AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Finally. These two were able to have a high quality match. An amazing match. This is by far the best match they've had in WWE. Period. This is a classic. Not really. Still, for what they did, for everything involving the match, especially the last 10 minutes of it, I gotta give them props, man. These two went out there and had a war with each other.
WWE has ruined Asuka. Their booking of her is dumb.
WWE has ruined Asuka. I won't say they've ruined her. They have killed her. They have killed her momentum. Absolutely, her momentum is shot. Hopefully, they're doing this because they're taking her in a new direction and not doing it because they have no idea what they want to do with her. But yeah, that was. Yeah, that's not really something I'm happy with in terms of how she lost in that match and what this means for her and the position they put her in. But what else can we say? Talking about something positive, Last Man Standing. It was amazing. It was long. It felt like it had to be over 30 minutes. It was a long match, but I think the way the match was sold, the way the match was carried, made it worth it. I think the length was deserving. And I think when you get to the last few minutes of it, you see Nakamura just beating the hell out of AJ. Oh my god, I just read it too. Watch this.
Carmella to bring the Divas title back? Story.
Whoa, brother. Honestly, that would be the ultimate heel move. Like, if Carmella was to drop the Women's Championship and replace it with the Divas Championship, she would be the most hated female on Earth in history. What a way to disrespect the Women's Championship. That's something she would do, too. They might actually have her do that. Let's not talk about it no more, because that would piss me off, too. But, yeah, that... Getting back to the Last Man Standing match. We see Nakamura towards the end of it. Just beating the hell out of AJ. Kicking him, punching him. And you see them all groggy and just kind of going back and forth. And then you see Nakamura put AJ Styles on the tables, and then he runs across 3 tables and hits the Kinshasa. Amazing spot. Really, really cool. And there was actually a spot where Nakamura tried to low blow AJ. He just stepped away from it. I love that. I'm happy AJ got smarter to that. But he still ate a low blow on the outside of the ring, and I was just like, really, AJ? You're still not wearing a cup? After all this time, AJ, you're still not wearing a cup. Like, you would think by this point he would wear a freaking cup, but he didn't. But anyways, didn't really matter because of the outcome, but my favorite part of the match was when AJ hits a freaking Styles Clash off the steel steps. He did a freaking Styles clash off the steel steps to the outside. It looked like it killed Nakamura. And then you see Nakamura shake his way to his feet, just kind of groggily stand up, and then he goes, "Come on!" And then AJ just looks to the crowd and just punts him in the balls. I thought that was amazing. Just straight up, 4 pow, right in the ball. It was awesome. And then he climbs in the ring and then does a flying forearm, going from the ring all the way to Nakamura and crashes him through the table behind. Amazing spot, amazing finish. I loved it. AJ Styles wins. So the match itself was amazing. And then we flipped the coin. Once again, there was some good, but there was also some bad. Here's the bad. What was the point of turning Nakamura heel if you're not going to give him the championship? Right now, I'm questioning if Nakamura should even have come to WWE. Because he did all of this. Turned heel on AJ Styles. Gave him all these low blows. Pulled out all of the stops. Did all this craziness. And then he still lost. At the end of it, after everything he's done, he still loses to AJ. Oh Lord. I agree, Phil Collins. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. I really love this song, by the way. Oh Lord.
I felt like Nakamura should have won the match, but it was still an amazing match. AJ Styles is the best in-ring performer.
In WWE. And I agree. Without question, he is. But I'm sorry. If you're gonna turn someone heel, if you're gonna have someone like Nakamura go down this route, it better lead to something. And to me, it should have led to him winning the championship. So now what? You're gonna do this match again? At Extreme Rules? What's the point? Super chat.
Nakamura and Styles will be 2 out of 3 Fallser.
Extreme Rules. I guess, but we'll be going into month what is this? Month number 5? Because let's see. This feud started March, April, May, June. Yeah, we're going 5 months into this feud. I don't know, man. That might be pushing it a little bit. I really do think we should have given him the belt. This should have been Nakamura's night. Oh my god.
Shinsuke equals US title next.
Shinsuke going after the US Championship next. Such a step down. And it's a disrespect to the US Championship. To have a guy that failed to win the World Championship go after the US Championship. I don't know how I feel about that. Anyways, this should have been Nakamura's night. It really should have. They'll probably give him the belt at Extreme Rules, but he really should have won it here. That's just my thoughts. Alright. Honestly, if they ended the feud here, fine. We can come back to it later. But I really wanted Nakamura to win that championship. I really did. And I feel so bad that he didn't. Moving on. Raw Women's Championship match. Nia Jax versus Ronda Rousey. Now, I was certain this was going to be the main event. So I was shocked that they had this follow up the WWE Championship match. Very shocked. But let's just get to it. I thought the match was great. I thought this was Nia Jax's best match in WWE. I thought Ronda Rousey pulled out all the stops. I thought she sold like a freaking pro for Nia. Holy crap, is she a good seller. Now, there was a spot in the match where she fell out of the ring and they didn't replay it, so maybe that was a botch. But at first, I thought she just sold very well. She just got up and tumbled backwards and just sold the hell for Nia Jax. I was very impressed. Regardless of the botch, if it was a botch, probably wasn't, but whatever. It was awesome to see her work the way she does. We can talk all we want about her microphone skills and her character. Yeah, she needs work on that. But as a performer, as an in-ring performer, holy crap, is she amazing. And you can not take that away from her. The fact that she had a great match with Nia Jax, of all people, not Stephanie, not Triple H, not Sasha Banks, not Bayley, not Charlotte, Nia freaking Jax. Imagine when you put Ronda Rousey up against a Sasha Banks, or a Bayley, or a Charlotte. I'm really starting to feel like, yeah, that Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte main event at WrestleMania 35, I really do think that should be the main event. Like, we should be building up to that being the match to see based off of this performance. And by WrestleMania next year, she should be ready. She'll be good. But yeah, man, I'm really loving what they're doing with Ronda Rousey. I really am. With that said, though, although the match was great, and I thought both women had a great performance, here comes Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss comes out, knocks out Ronda Rousey, gets her the win by disqualification, and cashes in on Nia Jax, who was weakened by an armbar from Ronda. And she hits the DDT and pins Nia Jax to become a 3-time Raw Women's Champion, but a 5-time Women's Champion altogether. So, Alexa Bliss is currently your Women's Champion for Raw. So, as I said before, everyone predicted Natalya to cash in and win the championship. You had the right idea, just the wrong person. Alexa Bliss. And I'm sorry, I just feel like, of all people, Alexa Bliss, I feel like that's a step back. Let me tell you why. Alexa's already established. She's already established. So, we just basically took the last 3 months of Nia Jax and just threw it out the window. Just flushed it. Just like that. Now I'm just like, what was the point of giving the belt to... What was the point of even giving the belt to Nia Jax then? If you're gonna put it right back on Alexa Bliss. That baffles me. Like, I see clearly everything is come to life. I love this song, by the way. Little place in the broken dream. Edge has one of the best theme songs in WWE history.
We just witnessed one of the greatest RASSLIN shows in the history of this company. And the next night, we got Money in the Bank.
Yeah, we witnessed one of the best shows, NXT TakeOver Chicago, and then we got this show. It was,
Why not Asuka versus Ronda at WM?
Well, Asuka lost her streak, so it's better to do it with Charlotte and Ronda, honestly. But yeah, Asuka and Ronda would have been awesome if they would have kept Asuka undefeated. Thank you for the $10 donation, Laurel. That's really cool of you. Thank you so much.
Ronda is a natural in the ring, like Kurt Angle.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Ronda is a beast inside the ring, and I think a lot of people should appreciate when you have athletes like a Kurt Angle or a Ronda Rousey, or people who come in from different sports but are able to transition naturally into the world of wrestling. Ronda Rousey is one of those people, so I'm excited to have her here, and I hope she does other good things. But yeah, I don't get the decision to just put the belt right back on Alexa Bliss. Like, looking back on it, maybe, look, why not go with Natalya? Or, better yet, why not go with Sasha Banks? Like, if you want to have a heel character, think about this. You want to create a heel character that the fans are going to naturally want to see get beat. Who better than Sasha Banks? I just feel like with Alexa Bliss, that doesn't... You changed nothing. You just erased the last few months with Nia Jax and just made us go, what was the point of everything we just did up to this point? Might as well have just kept the belt on Alexa Bliss. Seriously, we might as well have just kept the belt on Alexa Bliss. Yeah. That's one of those things again. You look at Money in the Bank and you go, what was the point? What was the point of any of this? Any of this? But yeah, whatever. It was still a great match, but the booking was weird as fuck. Finally, we got the men's Money in the Bank match. So, Braun Strowman, Finn Balor, The Miz, Rusev Day, Bobby Roode, Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe, and The Chosen member of the New Day, Kofi Kingston. So, right off the bat, when I heard Kofi Kingston, I said, okay, nobody else matters. Give it to Kofi. Give it to Kofi. I don't care about The Miz. I don't care about Braun Strowman, Finn Balor. The one that deserved, that needed to win, was Kofi Kingston. And I'll explain after this super chat. Let me get a sip of my drink. Thirsty.
What if Braun uses the MITB briefcase to force Lesnar to defend the title at SummerSlam? Just like what RVD did to Cena at One Night Stand 2006?
So essentially, he's going to cash it in fairly, which he should. All day, every day. Oh, Lord. I really love this song, by the way. Oh, Lord.
I wonder if Stephanie sent Alexa out to screw Ronda as part of the storyline fraud leading to a SummerSlam match or SummerSlam B where divas lose.
Oh, absolutely. You know Stephanie's going to get involved in this. She has to. You know Stephanie's got to get that moolah. You know she has to get that. That actually would be an interesting storyline if she got involved, and she's the reason why Alexa Bliss cashed in. But again, like, why Alexa? We could have used someone else for that, though. Like, men's Money in the Bank. I already said what I need to say about Alexa being women's champion. It's just, okay. What was I talking about? Kofi Kingston. So Kofi Kingston, to me, should have won this match. He needed this match. He deserved to win this match. And, uh-oh. We got a lag? Apparently we're getting a lag here. Is everything okay? Hopefully it's not too bad. Hopefully the internet's not crapping out on me. I'm sorry if you're getting a lag, guys. Sorry about that. Is everything good now? I want to be sure that we're good. Okay, everybody says... Okay, we're good now. The lag is gone. Alright. Alright. Okay. Kofi deserved this match. Kofi deserved this match, and I'm sorry. It's just... I really don't like... I don't like that we had better choices to go with in terms of Mr. Money in the Bank. And then we went with the choice that everyone in their mama said didn't really need the briefcase. So once again, we have an amazing match. Like I said with the women's Money in the Bank match, the match was great. Like I like this match more than the women's match. The spot where Braun Strowman threw Kevin Owens off the top of the ladder, like straight up off the top, of the ladder was insane. It was Shane McMahon levels of insane. It was very reminiscent of Shane McMahon falling up Titantrons and stuff. He was stretched out on the stretcher, by the way. He should have been. That was crazy. Kofi Kingston had a lot of highlight moments. A lot of people had a lot of highlight moments. Amazing match. I loved it. Like, for what it was, easily one of the best Money in the Bank matches we've seen in a while. Because of the people in the match. But man, we get to the finish. After all the craziness. After all the crazy stunts. After Braun Strowman literally plowed through a ladder. I'll talk about that in a minute. Let me get some more drink.
Braun to squash Brock at SS. WWE's plan?
Braun squashes Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. I don't see him pulling a Goldberg on him, unfortunately. That's just me. I don't see that happening. Sorry, buddy. If we have that match, it's gonna be back and forth. It's gonna be brutal. But it's gonna be back and forth though. But anyways, we get to the end of the match. We see Braun Strowman plow through a ladder, which was amazing. He just straight up bulldozed a ladder because I think it was two men trying to come at him with a ladder. He just plowed right through it, and it looked awesome. Knocks off the Miz from the top of the ladder, climbs it, and grabs the briefcase. And then I went, huh? You had the Miz. You had Finn Balor. You had all these people, Kofi Kingston, Bobby Roode, everybody and their mamas who could have used that briefcase, who needed that briefcase. You had Braun Strowman, who really could have a championship match anytime he wants. But you give the briefcase to a man who doesn't need it, like Braun Strowman. I'm sorry. As amazing as the match was, I don't agree with this. At all. And this is the part of the review where I say something fans are not going to like. Because I know a lot of people liked that Braun Strowman won. And I guess, when you think about it, the only good thing about this is that it guarantees Lesnar is losing that belt at SummerSlam. Whether it's by Reigns or it's by Strowman. He is losing that belt at SummerSlam. So, be happy about that. But man, like, of all people, Strowman doesn't need the briefcase. We just robbed an opportunity for someone else that could have used it to be something bigger than what they are. And I don't understand whatsoever what was the point of even having this. Oh, my mind hurts. Super chat. Let me just let this go and let my mind just come together.
Braun versus Roman versus Brock at SS. I'm calling it now.
Triple threat. You might be right on that. It's just... Nah, man. I don't like it. I'm sorry, guys. Look, as much as I love Braun Strowman, I'm so sick and tired of him getting these opportunistic edge kind of loopholes into matches. Personally, Braun Strowman shouldn't be doing that. He should just be bulldozing through everybody, and he should basically be this generation's Goldberg. So now what we're doing is this, because I can see what's going to happen from a mile away. We're going to do Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. And then we're going to have Braun Strowman cash in on Roman Reigns and get the championship. Which is so dumb. And somebody just said triple threat. They might do that too. Triple threat. Strowman, Reigns, and Lesnar. I already saw that. Like, so what? Strowman cashes in? And quite honestly, he doesn't really need to do that. He could have just gotten his championship match for being Braun Strowman. But, okay, so he cashes in, and we have a triple threat match at SummerSlam. I guess I can't complain about it too much. I guess. I just. I just. I just wish it was better. I just wish this was a. I just wish we would have done something else with the briefcase. There's so many things about this that I just. Okay, let me back this up. Let me clear this up really quickly. Because now I'm just getting all over the place. Actually, thank you, Super Chat. Thank you for saving me.
Braun Strowman wasn't at NXT. That's why. Vince and Dunn's obsession to hold Triple H's guys down.
Okay, let's stop for a minute, because I'm stumbling over my words. Braun Strowman winning ultimately confirms that more than likely he'll be the Universal Champion. Hopefully. One way or another, he'll probably end up getting it. Why give him the briefcase if he's not going to be it? It also guarantees that Brock Lesnar will lose the belt at SummerSlam, which is fine. I guess for me, what I was hoping for with the briefcase was for it to go to someone else like The Miz or Finn Balor who needed it. And my fear is, okay, now that Strowman is getting the briefcase, he's fine. I think he's set, but what about everybody else? And that's my fear. I'm not saying that this was a horrible decision, because ultimately it guarantees that Braun Strowman is going to go to the top, which he should. He deserves to be at the top. He should have been at the top a long time ago. This just guarantees it now. And I guess at the end of the day, that's a great thing, right? And it is. But again, I felt like Braun Strowman didn't need the briefcase. And that's the point I'm getting at. Braun Strowman did not need the briefcase. And a lot of people in the live chat are complaining. They're getting angry at me. And I'm not reaching. And people are saying I'm reaching. I'm not reaching at all. I'm literally feeling a certain way, and I'm trying to express it. I'm not trying to be a bad guy about this. You know what? Screw it. No. See, now what's happening is I'm reading the live chat, and I'm letting the fans influence my opinion. And I love y'all. But I'm going to be real with you. Braun Strowman winning? Fine. Okay? I don't feel like Braun Strowman needed the briefcase. Hey, like the review said, I'm going to piss people off. Braun Strowman did not need the briefcase. The other people in the match needed it. Okay, so if that makes you angry, sorry. I'm sorry. I don't think Strowman needed the briefcase. But okay, fine, give it to Braun Strowman. Also realize this. I just realized this. SmackDown didn't get a briefcase. Raw got both briefcases. So SmackDown doesn't have a briefcase. So what? We just let SmackDown high and dry. We just let SmackDown high and dry. But what? I guess that's also something else I didn't like about it. So you can say what you want about Braun Strowman and him being in the main event scene, and you're guaranteeing a new Universal Champion. But I'm sorry. I don't think Braun Strowman needs a briefcase.
I like Braun, but he doesn't need MITB.
Thank you! Thank you to the fan that spoke that. Thank you to the fan who actually came up here and understood where I'm coming from. I'm not saying you don't have to like Braun Strowman win the briefcase. That's you. But again, I said I was going to come up here and express myself. I am. So I'm not changing my opinion. I feel like someone else should have got the briefcase. But whatever. We gave it to Braun Strowman. So I guess we should be happy that Strowman might be Universal Champion. Whatever. Okay, How do I put this? Overall, and this is what I do want to say. There were some points in the show, like I said, that were great. That really just reminded me of why I'm a wrestling fan. I'm like, okay, this was amazing. Yeah. AJ Styles and Nakamura had an awesome match. James Ellsworth is back. Yeah. Both Money in the Bank matches delivered. Awesome. Yeah. Ronda was great in her match. There were some good things about this. Bryan and Cass had a good opening. Chicago were hilariously entertaining during Reigns and Mahal. But then there were the lulls. The stuff that just made you go, what was the point of anything we've done? So, yeah, middle of the road show for me. Decent show. Not something I'm going to go back and watch. So, thank you guys. Thank you guys for hearing my thoughts. But let me go to the live chat. Live chat, what do you have to say about this? How do you feel about this show? What did you feel about Money in the Bank tonight? Because your boy Alyx, man, is kind of stuck. He's really stuck in the middle of it right now. Don't hate it, but don't love it. How do you feel about it? Let me get general consensus about this this show. I hate this name, but My Dad Beats Me says the Styles Nakamura match was possibly the high note of the event, but as a whole the show was average with quite a few flaws in its path. 6 out of 10. Wow. Jay Envoy, I disagree with you, Alyx, man. They're booking Braun strong. Isn't that what we want? They've always been booking him strong. He didn't need the briefcase. That doesn't mean if he didn't get the briefcase, he was being booked weak. I just don't think he needed the briefcase because he was being booked strong. Simple as that. And Red No Black Gamer said exactly what I said. He didn't need to win Money in the Bank to look strong. That's the kind of thinking that will make fans grow tired of him like they are with Roman. Thank you. There is a point where people get overbooked. And I do think when Braun Strowman starts getting everything and he starts getting overbooked, that's when fans start turning against him. Braun Strowman was exactly where he needed to be. And now you give him the briefcase. And now you give him this aura of, okay, did we really need to give him the briefcase? Now we're taking things away from people who needed it and giving it to people we don't need. That's just how I feel. Ron W. Carmella is the worst. Let's see here. The Lone Wolf. You need to feel... Oh, okay. Someone needs to free the Lone Wolf. Alright. I don't know who that is. Unbelievable says Mella is garbage. No, he ain't. Mella is money. What you talking about? Mella is money. Mike Fury, I fell asleep halfway. Oh, wow. So you didn't even get a chance to see the whole thing. Sorry about that, man. Tyler Marine, it was okay, but outcomes for Money in the Bank were weird. Yeah, I kind of agree. Let's see here. And guys, look, I don't care if you have a different opinion. You can have different opinions as long as you discuss. If you keep it conversational, I don't care if you agree with me or not. Okay? There was a point during the main event, I was flip-flopping. I was just like, do I like it? Do I hate it? But then I just realized, it's my review. Strowman didn't need the Money in the Bank briefcase. He doesn't need it.
Kofi or Rusev should have one MITB.
Yeah, Kofi or Rusev needed the briefcase a lot more than Braun Strowman. I feel like they could have done something with that. It could have helped establish somebody. When you really think about it, Strowman is already kind of established. Not fully established, but he still would have been fully established without the briefcase because he's being booked so strong.
Vince values are more than SDLIVE Fox bound or not.
Vince values are more than SmackDown Live Fox bound or not. Oh, I guess we had to appeal to Vince more than SmackDown, I suppose. But yeah, that decision also hurt SmackDown because SmackDown came away with no briefcase wins. Whatever. Let's see here. Gustavo, good show, but questionable booking decisions overall. 7.5 out of 10. Okay. That's not bad. Nice grade. Delon will 4 out of 10 for me. 4 hours is too long. Yeah, I agree. Let's see what this. Oh, okay.
Braun wins chip with OMITB and they do another MITB.
By the way, your name's weird. Cheese Finger of Death. Interesting. Braun wins championship without Money in the Bank. And they do another Money in the Bank. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. It's very interesting, actually. Cubic, I like the show. It had good to great matches, just with odd finishes. Not even bad ones, just odd ones. 7.5 out of 10. Also, SmackDown not having a briefcase could lead to a long-term title reign. Yeah. AJ Styles has already held that thing for like 7 months already, so he could hold that thing all the way until November and go a full year. Alexa Bliss versus Carmella. Who's the worst champion? They're both not that good inside the ring. So I had to go off of personality, and the best personality out of the two is Alexa Bliss, without question. Alright, so everybody kind of agrees. Everybody's saying decent, solid show. Alright. That's fair. Oh, this will be the last super chat. Then I'm gonna go ahead and end it. I've been out here long enough. About to go an hour and 30.
SmackDown got screwed as usual.
SmackDown will land on its feet. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be it. I think this is it for me. Thank you so much for watching this live broadcast of Money in the Bank. Let me know how you feel about Money in the Bank down below in the comments. What was your favorite match? What was your favorite moment? How did you feel about it overall? Do you agree? Do you disagree? I'm cool with whatever. Just put it down below in the comments. If you watched it all, hashtag I watched it all. And don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter at DeluxeManBX1. Donate through PayPal or Patreon or Super Chat like you've seen throughout this entire broadcast. And buy the Deluxe Man t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees. But thank you guys for watching. I will be up here tomorrow night for Raw, and hopefully the show is watchable. Please be watchable. But until then, this is your boy, Deluxe Man, signing off right here in your boy, Deluxe Man's World. Peace out.